What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video of growing up fish. So these are my spotted green puffers, and also I have some figure eights in here, and they are doing exceptionally well. Let me just take a little dive here into a better view at what they're doing this morning. I just turned on the light, so they're kind of getting acclimated with it turning morning, I guess that's what you can say, you know. And they are just exploring this morning. They're probably looking for food. So I normally feed these guys once a day. So I wanted to just create this video to answer a question that one of my subscribers had. And that question was, do I have any advice about, you know, how to set up a tank for figure eights and green spotted puffers. By the way, they do get along for the most part. When it does come to food, I try to overfeed these guys. Not necessarily overfeed them, but just make sure that there is enough food for all. I believe there are 6 in here. 1, 2, 3. I believe there are 6. I know I should know how many fish are in here, but you know, hey. All right, so kind of how I went about setting up this tank. It was actually quite some time ago. Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I set up this tank and I bought these puffers. I bought my figure eights first. I had, I want to say I had 5, and I think I maybe lost a few, and then I went and got the green spotted puffers, and they've been working out great. There's enough room in here. If this is a 40-gallon breeder. So there's enough room in here for all of them, and they actually get along really well. All right, so how I went about setting up this tank was, first off, you know, you treat it like a regular freshwater tank. This is a brackish tank, so that means it's kind of half freshwater and also, you know, half saltwater. And so it can be kind of tough to set it up in the beginning, because you got to make sure that you get the salinity right, and you have to make sure that you have all of the, you know, things set up. There's no ammonia in the tank and all of that stuff. And so you have to go through that process first of just setting up the tank, right? So that means on this tank, I have 2, this looks disgusting. I should probably clean this off, but this is the salt. So this is what you'll have to deal with, you know, with a brackish tank. But I do have 2 hang in the back filters. I also have a sponge filter in there. I'm not sure if it's working or not. And I also have a blower. Hey, Zora. Hey. Hey, guys. All right, you guys are patrolling the house. Say hello, because you're making all the noise. Yeah, hello. All right, you're okay. All right, so that's enough, Zora. That's enough. All right, so I set up the tank by, you know, first establishing the tank with using, of course, I use safe, and I let the tank cycle until the ammonia was gone. I think I put some maybe feeder fish in here, which are still in here. I still keep feeder fish in here just to kind of keep them active and engaged. But I started off, you know, just cycling the tank, and that can take, you know, anywhere from, you know, a month to a few weeks. There are some ways using like stability and stuff like that to kind of speed that process up. But I mean, over time, that could be costly, and, you know, you should probably just wait to really do it the correct way and cycle the tank and, you know, not be in a rush to set up your tank. But, you know, you do what you want. I'm only here to provide guidance on how to set up this tank, right? All right, so after it cycled, there was no ammonia in the tank. Then you have to measure out the salinity, and you have to make sure that the salinity is right, so that they are happy, that they are, you know, thriving in their home. And so what I use is this instant salt, right? And so for me, I'm such a pro at this that I kind of measure. I already know like how much salt to put in when I do water changes, and that's what my next video is going to be about. So, you know, if you want to stick around and, you know, learn how to do a water change for figure eights and green spotted puffers, stick around, because that's going to be the next video. But in this one, you know, I use instant salt, and it's actually cheaper if you buy it on like Amazon. So, you know, versus going to the pet store, and it's like delivered to your home. So, I mean, how great is that? I also have this instant ocean hydrometer. And so normally I try to keep it between 1.007 is the normal reading here. And we can actually do a reading right now. So this is the salt that I use. And basically when I do the water changes, sorry, I dropped the instant ocean hydrometer. I'm sorry, guys. If I scared you, I'm sorry. So basically what I do is I do the regular water changes once a week, or probably, you know, twice. I probably do it, you know, here I've been lazy, so I need to stop that, right? But I normally do water changes every week, and I normally just, you know, measure it out, and I kind of guesstimate. But you should always take your hydrometer, right? And you should do a measure. And then let's see if I can put this down somewhere where it's not gonna. All right, let's just put it on the table. All right, and so normally, let's see what that's reading. So, you know, yeah, it's about 1.008. And I try to keep it around 1.007. So we are on the money as to the salinity of this tank. And that's why they're doing so good. Hey, y'all. They hungry, y'all. They woke up hungry. They woke up like that. All right. So that's basically it. I mean, I try to measure it out to make sure that, you know, my salinity stays at that 1.007. You know, because these are brackish fish, and a lot of people think that they can thrive in freshwater, but eventually they're gonna need to have some of that salinity in their tank in order to really thrive. Because what you'll see, and I'm gonna shut my lid here because I didn't shut it. They don't normally jump out or try to jump out, but you know, my Amazon puffers will and have. But they don't normally. So yeah, if you don't like have that correct salinity in the tank, what you'll notice is that a lot of these fish will start to grow, or it'll be like black. Their stomachs will start to turn black, and that's not a healthy fish. And that just kind of means that the salinity in the tank is not right. Probably could also mean there's ammonia in the tank, maybe. But these tanks have been, this tank rather, I say these because I have a total of 7 tanks plus. But this tank particularly has been up and running for, like I said, maybe like 3 or 4 years, and they've been doing great in this tank. And I was just thinking about maybe adding some more, but I don't know. I think they're happy the way they are. No new friends, right? No new friends. All right, so if you have any questions, hopefully I was able to answer my subscribers' question. Hopefully, if not, just keep on asking them below. But that is how I set up the tank. When I did eventually get the fish, I didn't add them right away. I kind of like slow dripped the water into a bucket, and I put them in that bucket, and I just kind of let it slow drip. You can get a piece of this actually right here, the same thing that you use to blow the air into your tank if you're using a air blower, or, you know, yeah, you can use that. So that's what you use. I just sucked. This is very nasty. It's a very nasty process. But you basically would hang that from the tank into the bucket, and it would drip slowly into the bucket, the fish in the bucket, and it'll kind of adapt them a little bit faster, or get them used to the water that they're about to go in. You don't want to put them directly into the water as soon as you know, buy them from the store or get them from online, and then put them into the tank. You don't want to do that. You want to slow drip. So hopefully that answered your question. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please. We're growing the channel, and I could use your supports. So please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions about these puffers or any other my other tanks, please feel free to comment below. I hope you all enjoyed the video, like I said, please subscribe to the video. It's helping to encourage me to make more videos. Plus, I think my dogs like to make a little noise too. Yeah. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care.